Hello and welcome back to another movie review from Fire in the Hell 03. My name is Daniel. Hopefully you've been enjoying the movie reviews. The previous movie that you may have watched the review for was Justice League Throne of Atlantis. I, Daniel, am expressing my own opinions. There is no real promotion here. This is all about an honest review. I give an honest review of movies. I try not to spoil them for you. Hopefully you like them. You may agree with me. You may not. If you disagree with any of the comments that I make, feel free. That's what the comment section down below is for. Make your comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe you want to suggest a movie that I'll review. Feel free. I'll check it out. I have no time limit on movies that I will review. So if you have a classic movie you want to see me review, I'm more than happy to do that. I will watch something I've watched in the past. You may not get as honest of an opinion because if it has some nostalgia factor, but I think that's everyone. But don't worry, I'm more than willing to be honest about any movie that I watch or any movie that I'm going to review. That being said, right now I have to pick a movie that, unfortunately, I watched this. It was Day of the Mummy. Day of the Mummy, in my honest opinion, it's uniquely shot, but at the same time it's very difficult to watch. Day of the Mummy the premise of the movie is you get your adventurer type guy who you wish he was a little more like Nathan Drake or Indiana Jones or even Lara Croft. Unfortunately, he's an archaeologist who's a wannabe Indiana Jones who, yes, he's an Egyptologist. He can go and actually decipher different Egyptian languages. It comes very naturally to him. He's hired to join an expedition team to find a large diamond that they call the Codex gem, a Codex crystal, Codex jewel, whatever it is. This Codex diamond is supposed to be sealed away with an ancient pharaoh. It's always the pharaoh. It's never the underlings that are buried with the pharaoh in the tomb. It's always got to be some evil pharaoh or a pharaoh coming back from a curse. It's your typical mummy movie when it comes down to it. However, the way that the film is shot, it's done through the perspective of the main character is wearing glasses where you can see everything through his perspective. As long as he's wearing the glasses, you're seeing it through the glasses. Now, the person who hires him is actually being portrayed by, if I'm not mistaken, Danny Glover. It's interesting. He's the biggest name they have in this movie. It's probably the worst role I've ever seen Danny Glover portray. And Danny Glover is a great actor, but this role was... You're sitting there kind of thinking, you needed the money, didn't you? He pops up in a small window on the bottom of the screen, so I would say right about here. You'll get him coming in, trying to get information from the main character, trying to get him to talk, and trying to direct how he behaves. Because the movie is all through the main character's perspective, it's an interesting way to shoot a film, but at the same time it's very distracting because you're going into what most video gamers would refer to as first-person shooter mode. The entire thing is first-person mode. You're seeing the main character's legs, his arms, depending on what he's doing. You'll see other people talking directly to the camera because they're talking to him. It gets very annoying and very difficult to watch because throughout this entire movie you're getting a story that could be an interesting mummy movie, but at the same time it's the camera angle being directly face at you. Where right now I'm talking directly at you at home or on your mobile devices, whatever you're watching the video on. Now, this is to be expected. for an hour and a half, I wouldn't really think that this is all you were going to get. Figure maybe you get some different perspectives, get some different angles. It would have been interesting if whenever we were following the main story point with the actor, but any of like the little side stuff that was going on, we could have gone more in depth with some of the other characters or maybe some of the lore without being in first person mode the entire time.
Passport? Passport? What's my passport?
Calm down, bookworm. And try to breathe every once in a while.
Passport, Dr. Wells? I trust everything is in order.
On your way. Be careful. People have been known to go missing.
Well, it would be very bad for such a pretty lady never to be seen again. Oh.
What's got you looking so worried?
I always look worried. Probably because I'm always worried.
He shouldn't be. I might not like Cooper, but he knows what he's doing.
Now, the first person mode is interesting. I'm probably one of the few people who like the movie Doom. And in the movie Doom, the thing that actually got me the most excited was the action sequence where you felt like you were thrown right into the video game because the game was first person. And that's exactly what we got. We got first person for only a few minutes, which worked really well in my honest opinion. However, this movie is entirely first person mode. Very difficult to watch. The movie has some interesting points, and the characters are pretty much what you expect. Main character's trying to be a bit of a womanizer, while at the same time he's an archaeologist, he's an adventurer, a thrill seeker. He doesn't have certain qualities that would make him a little more interesting. If he had a little more humility in the character, and the portrayal of the character would have worked so much better if they would have maybe tried to model him after, not even Indiana Jones, but a little more like Nathan Drake from the Uncharted franchise of video games. We would have actually got to see a unique portrayal. The actor, I guess, I can only say he did whatever he could with the script that he was given. That's pretty much the only way to review that, because the acting style in this movie is pretty much forgettable. No one's annoying enough that you really want to sit there and, as watching the movie, you're like, I want to punch this person in the face. Plenty of movies will do that for you, where you have one actor where you're just like, I want to see him die. You would personally like to punch him in the face. You're wondering why you're watching this movie. I watched this movie and lost interest several times while watching, where I had no problem looking away. I could hear the movie, so I just kept walking around. I was doing other things. This movie is definitely something to kill some time with. If you're bored at work and you're having a slow day and you want to watch it on your phone, if you've got Netflix and you're not going to get in trouble doing that, well then, this is a movie you might want to do that with. You're not going to really find something interesting and unique outside of the fact that it's not a found footage movie. It's all first person perspective. The first person perspective is interesting in small doses, but to do it for an entire movie is very difficult. That being said, what we all have to realize with this movie is it's low budget. It was interesting to do. and getting Danny Glover was probably where the bulk of their budget went. So them getting Danny Glover, and he's not even really in the movie for the bulk of it, but you just get him in a corner over there. So you get him popping up on screen talking to the main character, which you could take as an interesting perspective of you're seeing things from the main character's perspective. But it does limit how the story goes for progression wise. You don't really get to know too many of the other characters unless they're having an interaction with the main character or the main character's there. Now, this is a review that I have very mixed feelings about because it's very low on the scale. I can't even say that this is something you want to check out. This is a time waster. This movie itself will kill time. It falls between a travel movie and you're not missing out on anything. So, a travel movie is the mid-grade of my scale where it's must watch, check out. I'm probably even renaming stuff as I'm going along at this point, but a travel movie is mid-range at best. You can watch it on a flight, you can watch it in a car trip. If you can find some time to watch it at work, I'm not recommending because I'm not trying to get anyone fired, not trying to get anyone in trouble with their bosses, but this is one of those movies that if you have a little extra time, you can watch on your break. It's not going to break the bank. You do not have to watch this. If you're going to watch it, it's definitely not something I would say pay for. If you already have a Netflix subscription or an Amazon Prime subscription and you want to check it out that way, you're already paying for the service. This is something that's going to kill some time. Outside of killing time, you're not going to miss out on anything if you don't watch this movie. So, Day of the Mummy is a movie that you can skip and not miss a damn thing. Now, you can say you don't have to watch it. It really falls in the mid-card here. I would say if you're going to watch it, you're not going to miss anything, or it's a travel movie to kill some time. It wasn't as bad, it wasn't bad enough for me to really say, yeah, don't watch this movie. It's awful, horrible. I'm sure I'm going to get to a couple of those, and I know I will. And I'm somebody who likes bad movies. I like low-budget movies. I love Sci-Fi Channel original movies. This is one that I don't even think Sci-Fi would say, this is one of our original movies. I don't think they take credit for it. But if you're going to watch Day of the Mummy, I leave that choice up to you. I do not recommend actively seeking this one out. But if you're going to watch it and you find it and it comes up in as a recommendation, or you just happen to stumble across it, take my warning to heart, and you can definitely walk out of the room while having this on. You could be making dinner with this movie playing, or make lunch. Feel free to make a sandwich during the movie. You're not missing anything. If you're going to watch it on a trip and you have somebody else to talk to, you're not going to miss anything. It's background noise. That's what this movie is. This is something to kill some time with. It's white noise at best. So, I am Fire in the Hell 03 channels, Daniel. My channel, subscribe. Use the button subscribe if you haven't subscribed so far. You can check out some of my previous movies that I've done, my AMVs, student films. They're all on my channel in older videos. You can also check out my Loot Crate unboxings, which I love these glasses I got from my January 2015 Rewind to Loot Crate. You can find a link to my Loot Crate subscription feed, so if you want to subscribe to Loot Crate, you can definitely do that. You'll get some great stuff every month. What you can also do is you can like my reviews, you can comment, spread the word. I'm going to keep doing more of these. I'm going to try and get out as regular content as possible. Make some suggestions in the comments down below. I will definitely read them. I don't care if you hate me. You could tell me you hate the sound of my voice. You could tell me I need to do something about the lighting, which eventually will probably be done, because I will say right now I'm underneath a skylight. So filming during the day, if I'm a little washed out, I apologize. Now that being said, subscribe to my channel. Tell me what you think. Feel free to recommend any movies you'd like to know what my opinion is on. I will definitely give you an honest opinion. I'm not just reviewing horror movies, sci-fi movies, or comic book movies. I will do any movie from romantic comedy, drama, film noir. If it's a foreign movie, as long as there's subtitles and I can understand the movie, I will definitely give you an honest review. I will give an honest opinion on any movie. If you have a TV show that maybe you thought about checking out, I will also review TV shows. I will do product reviews. These are going to come a little further down the pike. But right now, any movie review or TV that you'd like for me to review, I have way too much time to watch a lot of stuff, and I watch a lot of stuff on my own anyway, so I'm rambling at this point, and I know it. I'm promoting the hell out of myself. Like my channel, please review anything that you want to say. I will take all your consideration and feedback to heart. Be as nasty as you want. Personally, I'm trying to be as family friendly as possible, but if you want to curse me out, leave the comment. I can't stop you. But I ask that at least any of your criticisms be constructive. You want me to review a movie? Ask. I'll review it. You got an album you want me to review? I will review an album. I will review artists, musicians. Doesn't matter. I'm here to be the voice of the people. Feel free. Like my channel, subscribe, follow any of the links down below, and feel free. I will definitely be making sure that I get you out some new video reviews soon enough. That being said, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all next time.